has 25 years experience running businesses and educating, supporting and coaching thousands of business owners, executives, freelancers, consultants, artists and entrepreneurs across Australia. She's also the co-founder of the Lone Rangers Business Network for solo business operators in the Hunter. Cheryl has owned 4 businesses, including Hunter-based coaching and consultancy firm, The Finer Line. She is passionate about creating futurepreneurs and has been selected to run the Australian Government's Entrepreneurship Facilitator program in the Hunter. Welcome, Cheryl. Thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
To begin, if you could tell us, what do you think makes a great business leader?
Well, look, I've had the privilege of working with a lot of really fantastic business leaders in the past, and I think there's some key traits that they really all have in common. Some of those traits include ethics. They've all been highly ethical, and they all have a very clear vision of what they want to achieve. Also, I think it's really important, what I've found is that they have the opportunity, or they have the ability to actively listen to what's happening and be quite observant within their business. Also, the other thing I love is courage. I think great business leaders need to be courageous because there's a lot of tough calls that they have to make. There's a lot of decisions that they need to make across the board. And sometimes those decisions require a bit of, courage and putting your ego aside, basically, and saying, hey, this is what I need to do, and I need to do it. Yeah.
So why does the Hunter need more entrepreneurial leaders? And I guess, what's a futurepreneur?
Okay. So why do we need more entrepreneurial leaders? Look, we're in the Hunter region is really well known, I suppose, for heavy industry and mining, which is fantastic if those particular industries were gung-ho and were really sort of booming at the moment. But as we know, the mining industry is in a little precarious position. So the Hunter is really ripe for, I suppose, an opportunity to reinvent itself. And entrepreneurship is a way to do that. I think we're a really innovative city and region, and we have a great opportunity. We've got a fantastic university, we've got lots of really great innovation hubs. And if you remember back when BHP closed, everybody was in dire straits and thinking, gee, what's going to happen? But, we all sort of got together as a business, as industry business leaders, and looked at new opportunities. And I think that's what's happening again now. We've got to start to look at new opportunities. We've got to see entrepreneurship as a way forward, because if we don't, there's not much left for us. We are an innovative city. Lots of great things come from the Hunter region. So I'd really like to push that whole innovation component and entrepreneurship component. What's a futurepreneur? Well, they're our budding entrepreneurs. I'm doing a lot of work in schools at the moment because I think it's really important for us to start to engage our kids at a very early age. And so I sort of call them our futurepreneurs, but also those people who are just in that startup mode with their business. They're not quite entrepreneurs, but that's where they're aiming.
So Cheryl, how can we make leaders more entrepreneurial?
So, good question. We need our leaders to start to look at, I suppose, being more innovative and being a little bit more in that risk-taking area. To be entrepreneurial is really about that. It's about starting something and then developing it to a point where it's a great opportunity for others then to take it on board. So to me, it's about education. Our leaders need to be more educated in those entrepreneurial skills, as well as developing a capacity to mentor that through to other people as well.
And how important is mentoring and networking for leaders and entrepreneurs?
Well, we're not an island within ourselves, are we? So that whole networking, for networking especially, we need to start to engage and collaborate with other people. Firstly, it gives you new ideas. Often it generates new passions and things like that, to be able to talk to other people about your business challenges, about opportunities that you might have. So I'm very keen on networking. I mean, networking, if you don't network, you're working in a little silo environment. Whereas when we're talking about mentoring, once again, it can be a lonely place being a a leader, being an entrepreneur, being a small business owner, it can be quite lonely. So that mentoring opportunity of working with other people who have been there, done that, experienced it, makes things, I suppose, gives you an opportunity to find support and also engaging with their connections and the resources that that mentor may have. So to me, both of those areas are hugely important. The more that we engage with other people, the more that we collaborate, I think the more knowledge you gain, the more experience you gain, and the more opportunities you gain.
And to finish today, which Hunter entrepreneurs inspire you?
Look, there's a lot of fabulous people that are doing some great things in the Hunter region, but one that comes to mind, straight to my mind, because I'm doing some work with her at the moment, is Jennifer Hollands. Jennifer is incredibly inspiring to me, a mum of four, an amazing woman who, took her sick child to a doctor one day and saw that there was a gap in the market for a product, trying to make things a little bit easier for all of our kids, and she came up with this amazing idea and she's sold it, worldwide basically. Jumped through lots of hoops, totally out of her comfort zone, because it's not, it wasn't like she had been running small businesses or running a business that she is now. So she's incredibly inspiring, and she's inspiring for our youth as well, that you can have an idea and that idea can turn into an incredible business.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you very much for having me, Holly.